offense doesn't look like it's doing a lot, and then you look at the numbers, and they're pretty good, but the run game still is just not on track. What was going on with the run game today?
Staying on blocks, just you can scheme it up. You can talk about pressures, movements. You can talk about being outnumbered, but still running ball is a little bit of an attitude. So, and I think again, to be as good as we need to be, we've got to find what we're going to hang our hat on. We keep doing a lot of formation, so we get a lot of plays. We get a little bit of, you're popping here and there versus getting some rhythm, getting some consistency. So it's a talented group of linemen. We got some backs, and we got to tighten it up to be the team we want to be.
Can there be a tendency when you are a passing team, which statistically you look like at the moment, for the line to get into a mentality of we're going to pass protect and not run block, and you've got to kind of get pushed through that?
I don't know if that's the mentality, but the concern always is, in the really good teams, no matter if you run the ball or throw the ball or physical. And if you're going to be a throw team, and I know from years and years ago when we'd go against Texas Tech every year, and we thought Mike Leach threw the ball a lot, and he did. But his really, really good teams were very, very, very physical. And as we go through, whether we're running first, whatever, we have to maintain physical presence as an offense to be a high-end championship type team.
And it's not where you want to be.
Not right now.
Kevin, you've got a very big offensive line. You've got two very good running backs, a passing game that obviously keeps defenses honest. How is it that the run game has been so inconsistent lately?
Again, just think what we're going to hang our hat on as far as the type of plays we're doing, and again with the formations, because if you're not careful, you can start getting a lot of plays, and so it's no different. Like you're pulling a club out of the bag over and over. The first you got to go to thing that you go to. So again, I think at the end we kind of got into a few plays at the end. It got us out of the end zone. Thought we punched it out, was pretty big. Missed a critical block on another third down or another first down that got us behind chains. I thought at the end, a couple good things at the end, but again, we got to find that rhythm early. And again, I just think sometimes with the players we got, formations we got, passing we got, sometimes we try to complement so much, we're having a hard time getting a run game rhythm going. And that's not an excuse. We just got to find that. And as coaches, again, we spend a lot of time on it, we work at it, but we've got to be better than we are.
Coach, do you feel like not having maybe a dual threat quarterback that you've had in recent years kind of affects the run game? I mean, in recent years, you guys had to key on JT and other guys, but now Dwayne's more of, he is a passing quarterback. I mean, do you feel like having a pure passing quarterback kind of affects the run game?
But then when that happens, you either equate it with some numbers, what you're throwing, because some of those are RPOs that are thrown, or you have to incorporate and get the tight end involved. Because the tight end now has to take that read player out of the game. So when you say you're not running the ball, sometimes you say, well, that's the O-line. No, it's not. Sometimes it's the tight end. Sometimes it's the perimeter guy. So when you're running the ball well, it takes 11. When you're throwing the ball well, it takes 11. We're throwing it pretty good with 11. We got to get the run game going with 11 guys.
You ever at any point kind of have to bite your tongue and say, well, we're getting a full box again, so we got to keep throwing?
I don't think it's full all the time. There's still some times where those numbers are equated enough. And it's not like they're not playing cover two, and like third and long, they might play some true pass coverage. At the end of the day, I think that's a cop-out. And again, I don't care if there's an extra guy that we've got to play behind our pads. It's an offensive line, tight end group, running back group, and run the ball well.
Kevin, you've done it different ways throughout your career with really run-heavy teams, some that threw it a lot more. I mean, are you not comfortable saying that this is just a pass-first offense? Does that make sense?
Oh, no. I mean, and it's good being a pass, but if you're going, really good teams make you play with your left hand.
Yeah.
And so when you say JT, we're running, you got to throw the ball. Well, and that means you got to be able to go to the other hand. And right now, we need to be able to be good enough down the stretch in Big Ten weather, in Big Ten games, to have two hands. And that's not taking anything, because again, to be a championship team, you need to throw the ball like we're throwing it. But we got to find the consistency and toughness that we need to get the run game going. We'll work at it hard this week. Great challenge going to Purdue, open date, and then down the stretch, we've got to really enhance and figure that out for us.
Yeah, we get talk to you guys every week and stuff, but that little swing, Rashad went in motion a little bit, and a little swing to him in the left flat. I don't think we've seen that this year. And then Farrell went down the left sideline, second man through the area and stuff.
And then hit him on a nice boot there too. It was a good play for us.
How are those guys playing?
They're coming on. Last week was their best game as a group, and graded out really well. It'll be interesting to see how they played this game. And again, I think Jeremy Ruckert's really coming along very good too. So again, it was It was good to get. We were talking about the plays. That's the only time we ran that play to Rashad, which was like the second,
Yeah.
third play of the game. It's the only time the play got dialed up today.
Yeah.
So again, as we look at stuff, we got to look at cleaning our stuff up that we can get to things. So it's nice for Rashad to make the play. Luke had a couple nice ones, and more than anything, the way they can block and block better to complement the line is going to make us a better run team and a more complete team.